So this was been released like a day ago in the game showcase at Xbox. And I watched like every game showcase to check out like other games being dropped. But you guys don't have to check any other game. You only gotta check this game. It's gonna be perfect for the guys who loves like Star Citizen or No Man's Sky. Maybe not No Man's Sky, but I think I never played those two games, but I think this is gonna be definitely better. And it's a Bethesda game. I don't know. I love most of the Bethesda games. Skyrim and what was the other one? Fallout. Watch it. Anyone already watched this? I watched it once yesterday. It was so good. I think I'm definitely gonna try it out, but I'm gonna have to upgrade my computer or something. If they...
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us today and welcome to Bethesda Game Studios. You know, we've been so lucky over the decades to make the kind of games that we love here, and that's thanks to all of you. From the Elder Scrolls to Fallout, we love creating these worlds and playing in them just as much as you do. And throughout all that time, we'd often talk about and dream up the space game. What if we could take that feeling of being who you want to be and exploring a new world, but set it in space, where you weren't really limited in where you could go or what you could do? And that is Starfield. Obviously, we've come a long way since then with the games we've built, our technology, and all of us here in the studio. We've done so much together, but, well, we've never tried to make a game like this. Today, you'll get to hear from many on the team and see so much of what we think makes our game special. So, let's jump in and take a look.
Any bets on if the game will actually work or not? That's the only problem. They have so many stuff in the game.
Starfield is our first new universe in over 25 years. But it's still a Bethesda RPG through and through, where you step into a new world and you get that feeling of unlimited possibilities. But this time, it's not just one world.
That was so fun.
It's over 1,000 worlds. Because the choice of where to go, it's not ours, it's yours.
Just like No Man's Sky?
Until now that we had the technology to create it.
But No Man's Sky didn't actually show the gameplay that much.
From the rocks at your feet, to the mountains in the distance, to the people and creatures that live in these worlds.
But this one actually shows a lot.
That isn't just a backdrop. That moon is actually there orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too.
Yeah, Gluten, that might be a good idea.
Realistically simulate the galaxy around you. Our next-generation lighting model uses real-time global illumination to light the world based on the type of star and the makeup of the planet's atmosphere.
I want to upgrade that.
We also have an all-new animation system.
I don't really care about the lightings,
and
but
of course, you can play it in third person, and you can play it in first person.
The lightings makes the game atmosphere really important, I guess.
We love exploration and rewarding it, but you do explore differently in this game given its scale. That usually involves exploring an area you've landed in. You can collect resources.
Actually close to the No Man's Sky trailer.
And maybe
Did you watch the whole thing?
Something unexpected.
I remember watching No Man's Sky 1 too. It wasn't similar if you watched the whole thing. If you only watched it here, maybe... Still the feel of like shooting and hitting the enemies doesn't feel that good. It's like the Bethesda game style always be like that, which is like a disadvantage to be honest. The actions and like the... Whoa, okay, that one was pretty good. Like, them getting hit with the gunshots, it can never...
We do love stuff and all of the items allowing you to pick everything up.
Follow
you can
Tarkov.
view all that in your data menu. This is the hub for everything you're doing, from your skills to your ship, your missions, and your inventory. We love to pack a ton of detail in every object, from all of your weapons
Except with
to
smalls.
spacesuits,
Yeah.
to food. We just obsess over the details and food. We
Oh my
obsess
god,
over
food. The Bethesda always
When
lets
you're done exploring, you can walk back or fast travel to your ship.
game to
We
have mods.
companions and crew you can take with you. I left Vasco here back at my ship.
Welcome back, Captain Howard.
Which is really
Stephen, you can
different
say your
from
name.
Tarkov.
Let's head out.
Will it say VeryBadSCAV? The AI thing called out the name Howard
Our
or
mission
Todd.
was to convey the wonder and majesty of space exploration, to evoke the romance of the golden age of early spaceflight. And we've been referring to this approach as NASA Punk. This means a
NASA
design
Punk.
language where the tech is advanced, yet still looks grounded and relatable.
For us, it's that contrast. That's where the visual interest is. Obviously the NASA, which is the rigid, hard, function over style, and then Punk, which is all about style.
You can see that visual style coming through in your ship. Your ship is your home for you and your crew. And like many of the spaces in our game, it has a slightly retro and analog touch, a bit of lo-fi rather than sci-fi, where everything is well used, worn, and lived in.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
What's the plan, Captain?
Already here is completely different with No Man's Sky.
This is your star map. It starts with the planet you're currently on. You can see all of its info and resources. You can choose a landing spot or fast travel to known locations. Backing
my
out
God,
further,
you
you can view all the planets in the system. Obviously, the game is big,
Oh, it
and
looks
it's
so
here you can
good.
see planets that have key locations, missions, or life on them, versus the many planets that are barren but resource-heavy.
I like the
Zoom out even
interface
further
too.
to see all the systems in this part of the galaxy. Here, you can plot a course to ones that are light years away. This uses your ship's grav drive to fold space and jump to these systems. And you will need to upgrade your ship and skills if you want to jump to the most distant ones. But for now, we'll plot a course to the Alpha Centauri system, where we can find the city of New Atlantis.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo. Scan complete. You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
Maybe I should try out Star Citizen. I don't know.
As soon as you land in a city like New Atlantis, your eyes are guided upwards to just these boundless, vast buildings.
It's the biggest city we've ever made, not just in size, but also in the amount of custom art, crowds, and quests.
This is No Man's Sky?
The main focus
No,
when we're
I don't
designing a
think
city
so.
is obviously what supports the story. We try and tell as many small stories as possible.
This is a Colony War memorial.
It's a few moments of gameplay that make the space feel like it's full of real characters that are going about their day-to-day lives.
It's paralyzing if you really stop and think about it.
Buddy, it's coffee.
It's also where your adventure with Constellation begins.
No Man's Sky plus Star Citizen? Is that the best?
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about.
By the time you meet them, Constellation is sort of seen as this mythical group. Most people don't
That'd
even
be
know
awesome.
they exist anymore. They're the last true explorers in the galaxy, and they're trying to find the answers to some of humanity's biggest questions.
The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
Oh my god. Look at how it's coming together.
That means there's a set built
Such a
by
cliche.
an intelligence outside the settled systems.
It's definitely an eclectic cast of characters. You've got Sarah Morgan, the ex-soldier and adventurer, now Constellation's leader. Mateo, the theologian who believes that there's definitely something else out there. Noel, the gifted scientist and Sarah Morgan's protege. And Walter, a very successful businessman
Walter.
in the settled systems and Constellation's financier.
Anything goes as long as you have the money.
There's also Vlad, the ex-pirate, Sam Cowboy, and Barrett.
You know what I hate about these pirates? Complete
completely resistant to my otherwise irresistible charm.
The journey you take with Constellation is just the first of many you'll embark on. The Settled Systems is home to all kinds of different stories, people, and adventures for you to uncover.
I don't think the planet's gonna be empty.
The United Colonies is where you'll find New Atlantis, the first major human settlement in space. The people who live here value law, discipline, and the legacy of humanity. They consider themselves the true children of Earth.
You ever think of joining up with a van?
I thought USEC thing was like, I mean the Tarkov thing, but they all have like similar name. USEC on this
of
one.
The United Colonies, even get your UC citizenship?
Oh, United Colonies Security,
isn't the only
okay.
city within the United Colonies. The city of Sidonia on Mars to this day serves as the largest mining facility for the United Colonies.
11
Beyond
hours?
the United Colonies reach, you might find yourself in a much more wild and independent coalition of star systems. This is Freestar Collective Space. The capital of the Freestar Collective is Aquila City.
The Stone Root Inn is an Aquila City fixture.
I love sci-fi, but I doubt Bethesda's ability to
relies
deliver.
on judgment and intuition to do what's best for the people.
Well, if you think about it, like
Neon started out as a fishing platform, but is now known throughout the Settled Systems as a pleasure city where almost anything goes.
If you've
all
got
the
morality
sci-fi
issues,
games are
this definitely isn't the job for you.
made from indie company. I think Bethesda's the biggest what the hell?
Is hiring the best
biggest company
today for our future tomorrow.
which actually made like some game like
Chewed
this.
up and ground up by Neon. Try not to get yourself killed, all right?
Oh damn.
Outside the bounds of civilized space, there are still plenty of unclaimed systems to explore, but these areas are also home to the most hostile factions in the galaxy.
The great serpent hungers. All heathens shall be made dust in time.
Yeah, to be honest, after all the scams
Is
of
this the
like
face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile?
early access games
They
nowadays,
think the galaxy is theirs. They are wrong. It belongs to the Crimson Fleet. It always
damn.
has.
having low expectation is the
Starfield,
better.
we're pushing our cities and settlements further than we ever have before.
I
It's
agree
all
with
there,
Gluten.
waiting for you. A slice of humanity's future.
Just forget about it. Forget about the game for a while.
Ready to get out there?
They're gonna drop this game on this year.
Throughout
Wasn't
the
it this
galaxy,
year?
there are so many things to see and stories to experience. But the most
That's so
important
good.
story is the one that you tell. I'm the type of person who spends hours in character creation. And I think
September,
people
yeah,
are gonna
it's
be
not that
really
far
excited
away.
when they see all of the improvements we've made.
You can literally see they almost finished the game already.
Through our character generation system, we scanned a wide range of faces from different age groups and ethnicities. And
They're
by
not-
mixing and matching all that data, we were able to create highly detailed and diverse characters.
We use that exact system to create all of the characters and NPCs you're going to see in the game. So any
I mean,
character you
it's,
see almost
Starfield.
always is a character you could make yourself.
It's not the early access, we are gonna have a bunch of bugs. It's not that game. They already completed the game. Almost.
Okay, take it easy. You were out cold. No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out. You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
Like a
You start your character creation
customization.
journey as though you're cycling through employee records. You'll pick from a lineup of 40 presets, and that'll be your starting point. Your journey from there can be as detailed or as quick as you want it to be. This new
Alright,
system has
PC
more
again.
to offer than ever before.
Release date is your
It's
birthday.
also the simplest character generation system we've ever had. We let the
Your
player get
birthday
as
gift.
close as possible to make whatever they want. With the various facial morphs you can blend together, the dermesthetic and makeup, blemishes, scars, piercings, teeth settings. It's a lot, but I think it's the most fun to use.
Character creation is more than just how you look. This is also where you start to decide who you want to be. That's where backgrounds come in. Backgrounds give you a bit of backstory and start you out with 3 basic skills.
From chef to dusty. You know, the crew still has a betting pool about which restaurant critic you must have crossed to wind up here.
What's great about backgrounds is you never know when yours is going to come in handy. You could be in the middle of a fancy restaurant talking to some guy, and suddenly you learn he needs a beast hunter to help track down a monster.
Fine. I probably should stick to professionals anyway, given what happened the last time.
We're also giving you the option to customize your build even further by letting you pick up to 3 traits. Traits are completely optional, and they come with their own advantages and disadvantages. You could choose to meet your biggest fan.
What the hell?
Really?
Oh my god.
Or join your crew and give you gifts if you're willing to put up with this constant commentary.
Is that guy from Zelda?
I can't believe I get to stand near you, breathing the same air. I've got to have every molecule.
My favorite.
Wait, is he from?
You have to pay some credit.
It was from
to support your
Zelda.
Parents, but they're very sweet, and it's really fun to go visit them.
Honey, we got
ourselves. Yeah, you're right, gluten.
Oh, my God!
I came across some hostile zealots in space, but because I had chosen a trait that made me the same religion as them, I was able to get by without any issues.
There's another great one that gives you a damage buff when your health is low, but
yeah, you're
mercenaries
right,
will
gluten.
randomly show up and try to kill you. No matter
Even
what you
says
choose,
all the work
there will be plenty of ways for you to tell your story. And if you want to remove a trait, there are ways to do that too.
What a view! It's a feast for the eyes. Off we go to another adventure.
Oh, it's the same.
We'll let you
meme.
discover that on your own.
Yeah, the game definitely looks awesome and everything, but I am also worried what Eweek is talking about. All the bugs and shit.
Once you've built the perfect character, that's when your journey can really begin. We took what we loved about skills and perks from our previous games and put them together to create an all-new skill system. Each time you level up, you get a skill point, which can be used to unlock or rank up skills.
That was a big octopus.
Ranks are unlocked by completing challenges associated with that skill.
Never played the vanilla? You always gotta play the vanilla and then try out the modern
Challenges become increasingly difficult
in my opinion,
as you work your way to higher ranks. With our 5 different skill trees and 4 ranks per skill, there's a lot to choose from.
I like the Xenosociology skill because it lets you mind control aliens.
Oh my god, I don't want that pad.
I'm boost packing everywhere.
What the hell was that monster?
I like maxing out my physical tree so I can get neuro strikes and just punch my way through combat.
Oh damn. You get Chad.
That one's a lot of fun.
Fisting everything.
Invest in the skills
the sexual fist.
I'm very much a stealth player. So, I'm out there pickpocketing everyone. My favorite part about being stealthy is slowly creeping through vents like you're in a movie.
You can feel the Bethesda game style on these. It looks
Whenever
so
possible,
amazing.
I like to talk my way through situations.
This area's off limits. Fine, I'll issue you an access card.
I'm more of a run and gun player. I like doing the death from above thing where I boost pack over guys and I throw landmines at them.
I mean, I like the part they actually have the gameplay. Not only talking about, oh, we have this and that and that and this. Where they can like scam us like Cyberpunk at the start. But they literally have the gameplay, what they're talking about. So, I think they can cover up the bugs and everything. Sure, I've not seen all this yet. Check it out. Check out the whole trailer.
Exploration, key aspect of all our games. In Starfield, there are full star systems with new life, resources, and adventures.
Love Goofy. I like the gun too.
Our team worked hard to strike a balance between fun and realism. We studied data from NASA and a multitude of other sources to help us make the world feel believable. From the way we approached planetary atmospheres, to the way we placed biomes based on the planet's distance from the sun. Once we had created a grounded world, we could start looking at all the things that make that world fun. When you leave a planet and head into space, you'll be navigating asteroid fields, having chance meetings with interesting strangers, dogfighting in space, and exploring derelict ships.
So it feels like it's all combination of all the games that have been released as
it's all out there.
Sci-fi games. All the sci-fi games has been like integrated into one and made it with a...
It's about rewarding your curiosity.
Biggest company.
Whether it's on the surface of a planet, the alleys of a city, or the vastness of space, you never know what you'll find.
All the sounds are still here, yeah. Reminds me of Death Stranding stylistically. It does kind of a little bit have the vibe, I guess. It's just like an Xbox thing
Space exploration is possible thanks to your ship. Your ship is almost like having another character or home you can make all your own. I think you'll be blown away by the amount of stuff you can do. You can buy a ship.
I'm sure you can find something you like.
Customize and upgrade that ship.
This one I like
and hire a crew to keep it up and running. And it all starts in spaceports.
Does Star Citizen have this too? Or EVE Online?
Every spaceport has a ship technician where you can purchase, sell, and modify ships.
Anything I can help you with?
Maybe you start off with a speedy fighter that's perfect for bounty hunting. Then you might round out your ship roster with a hulking space freighter to run cargo missions, or even do a little smuggling. For now, though, we're going to take our starting ship, the Frontier, and make some changes. You can customize and upgrade everything you see here.
I get it, but can you customize like that?
You have 2 ways to do that. You can quickly upgrade individual systems like your weapons or shields, or you can deep dive and enter the shipbuilder mode. Here you can change anything, from the systems to the look and layout. Adding a new habitat module can give you more room for crew.
Exactly.
Adding cowling can change your ship's overall silhouette. An improved grav drive allows for longer distance space jumps. You can even fully customize your paint job to get the exact look you want. The parts you choose to build with don't just affect your ship's stats.
It looks too good to be true.
You can do inside your ship. You can have modules for crafting or for storing and displaying your weapons.
I love the weapons too and storing.
Ship manufacturers bring their own look and feel to every piece of your ship. From living quarters to cargo holds, mess halls, and control rooms.
These all spaces can move around as you modify it. It's just such another level for me.
Our modified Frontier is a practical ship, but with a little creativity, your ship can look like almost anything you want.
Okay, I'll see you later,
One of my
Dongela.
favorite ways of customizing ships is I make them look like animals.
It's not soon, TM. It's gonna come over at September.
The HMS Platypus, as I called it. Where it had like a giant tail to it.
Stuff like that
We've
are
done
great parts of
spiders,
games, yeah.
We've done mechs. So it's really
allow you to have
whatever
capital
your
ships.
imagination is.
What is that?
And while you can build your home among the stars the way you want to, you're
Gundam
probably
Starship.
not the only person who will call your ship home.
Cyberpunk 2077. That's what I was worried too, Goofy, but they didn't. Cyberpunk, if you remember it, it always showed you like a sexy girl with the blaze, and then that was all about the trailer. But this one actually shows you
on your journey.
the
These
whole
companions can
gameplay.
serve on your crew, and they'll always be there when you travel.
We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Oh,
Each companion comes with their own valuable skills for your ships and outposts, as well as unique quest lines. Eventually, some friendships might blossom into
that one
romance.
also
I don't know that
I'm
I've
worried
ever
about.
really loved anyone except you.
And if you're
We need
looking for a
NASA
little
PC.
extra help on your ship, you can always hire additional crew at spaceports.
Got any room on your ship for someone like me?
It does look like high
You'll also meet
specification
potential crew members out in the world.
Still think
expected
there
for the
might be a
PC.
spot for me on your ship? I gotta get off this rock.
Assign crew to your ship or outposts, and their unique skills will affect how they run.
The optimization is the problem. Optimization, bugs...
And just like companions, most crew members can lend a hand in the field. Take Bosco, for instance.
He's designed around the core basics of a NASA machine.
Please, avoid getting shot. You might die.
I still wanted to give it almost a humanoid personality, so I elongated the limbs. This tends to make him feel more human-like and give him a little personality.
It is a shame exploration requires so much bloodshed.
Using the shipbuilding tools and crew selection features in Starfield, you'll be able to build and captain the ship of your dreams.
30 FPS on all consoles? 30 FPS?
And now, let's take to the sky.
All consoles, meaning like not the PC? Do I have to buy an Xbox for this? The physics is so tied to frame rate, like in all 76.
We're putting you in the cockpit of your very own spaceship.
Oh, Goofy, I also have PS4, I don't have PS5.
And that is really cool for us as developers. Spaceflight should be exciting and dangerous. And you should feel like you're in complete control every step of the way. We've extended that sense of control to ship combat. It's not about just hitting your triggers to fire your weapons. It's a complex dance between your piloting skills and our power allocation system. Boosting power to your engines will make your ship faster. Powering up the ground drives will shorten the amount of time it takes before you can make a jump. And moving your power to your weapons and shields means you're ready for a fight. You should always be on your toes because
I'm not
you're
sure
not
about
alone
those.
out there.
Both CPU and GPU will run full throttle for this game. Yeah, might be.
Unlocking the targeting control system skill will allow you to zero in on specific subsystems of the ship you target.
I didn't really get this part. So you can like target the where the humans are at or something like that, I guess. Not like the
After
storage.
destroying an enemy ship, you can loot the remains from your cockpit. You can always turn any ship that engages you into scrap.
I remember playing some game like this, which was like in 2D, like 20 years ago.
You can also take a more personal approach by docking with the enemy vessel and boarding their ship.
Oh my god, it looks so good. It does have like some Dead Space vibe with that gun. Arcing like a Pooh song. Lost Colony game. I don't know that game.
Once you've taken control of an enemy
Look
ship,
at the gun.
it's yours.
I love the gun too.
Add it to your fleet and retrieve it at any spaceport.
Look at the diversity of the fleets too.
But space is way more than fighting for your life. Just like when you're planetside, there are plenty of sights to see and stops to make on the way to your next adventure. Like these massive star yards. Walk the halls, talk to the crew, maybe get talked into buying a whole new ship.
A civilian in my star yard. Let's see about getting you a proper ship, one worthy of you.
Oh my god.
Maybe you'll dock with a
That's a
gigantic
goofy-ass
battleship,
tattoo.
like the UC Vigilance.
That's the thing,
Or
every
rub
part of the
elbows
game
with the
seems
galaxy's wealthy elite
expensive.
on a cruise ship fit for the stars.
Oh yeah. This
There
might
are
actually
plenty of personal encounters to be had as well.
become
You
game
can
of the
hail
year.
any ship you come across to trade, swap info, or maybe even
It's
come up with an
Starfield,
act of piracy.
Tuggernuts.
Let's do this. When I'm playing, I generally go crazy. I definitely go like the more piracy
god,
routes.
this woman.
I want to take over ships. I'm gonna
I like her
board ships.
style.
I'm like, this is now mine. I steal all the sandwiches and put them, in my cargo hold that I have specifically for sandwiches. I don't want to play the hero, but I want to go out and just start taking things from people as quickly as possible.
Some strangers might be
Okay,
looking for a
okay.
little human connection in the darkness
Funny.
of space.
Hello, stranger.
I like the part that the trailer is not cringe too. Some trailers are
some of the best moments
super
are the ones
cringe.
you discover on
where they be like, "Oh my god, this game is so fun! This game's so fun!" Woo! It's not like that.
It is a Bethesda game through and through.
I love the trailer.
It's really about going to strange new places,
so natural,
interesting people, and getting sidetracked on zany adventures.
I mean, not 100% natural.
And realizing 2 hours later,
but still a lot better than
a completely new story.
You're human. We thought we were the
lot better
only
than other
ones to
trailers.
leave Earth.
That DNA is so present here. It's in our random encounters, it's in our handcrafted quests, and it feels so cool to play it and just make your own path in this universe.
Really?
There are over 1,000 planets out there, just waiting for you to visit.
Can't wait to mod the game. I have no knowledge of modding the games. Ute, if you mod it out, please send it, okay?
Exploring every inch of a mostly untouched galaxy.
But I gotta buy the game first.
We want you to feel hopeful. We want you to feel this sense of awe and wonder.
Oh my god.
And sometimes a little fear. We're giving you a massive playground and a ton of toys, and just setting you free.
No. I've never seen a game like this. I don't think
everybody
it's gonna be same
so
as
stuff, but we thought we'd just
all the other
take a
sci-fi
little
games that's
break
already out
and show you something a little bit different. You know, we put so much detail into our game world.
I might be wrong.
And we love the opportunity to bring that into the real world with our collector's editions. And for this game, we've done a watch. It is the Constellation
Oh, that's the game from the
watch.
game. I mean,
this is
watch
the
from the game.
that you actually get in the game
Yeah.
that acts as part of your HUD, where it's the compass and then environmental information. It connects to your phone to give you notifications and other information. And we've also designed this really cool case that it comes with, Istvan.
Yeah, we really took as much care and designed this case as we did to watch.
This looks a lot better than Star Citizen. In my opinion, I'm not saying
translates to this.
That's true or fact,
Inspired
okay?
by the cases that the astronauts
Oh,
used
that
during the
looks
Apollo
cool.
era to bring back samples from the moon. It's got an intricate locking mechanism, authentic,
Ooh.
heavy, comes with a Constellation patch, NATO strap, and the overall functionality and believability of this as something that would exist in the world, in the Starfield universe.
Oh, and hey, take
Okay,
this.
I don't think so. They will definitely drop it in PC for.
Tells the time.
Tells the
We
time.
actually have something else. Now
All
that
the
we're part
Bethesda
of
games
Xbox,
ended up in
We get to
PC.
work with the amazing people on the Xbox hardware team, and together we have created this custom limited
Oh,
edition
yeah, I
Starfield
want that.
controller.
That
It's
looks so
awesome. It is
sexy.
now, our favorite controller.
We love this
It
because
looks
it's
so
inspired by
good.
the actual
But
controls.
I
of
heard
the
it's
spaceship.
already been all sold
Not
out.
only that, we've created the first ever custom headset with Xbox.
Yeah, that Dogo,
And
you
this
might
is
be
a
right.
perfect pairing
But
with that controller.
But at least they're showing the gameplay, not saying that, oh my god, we will do this tomorrow. I mean, 10,000 years later. They're not doing that at least. That Dogo, are you space a Star Citizen lover? I think all the Star Citizen lovers gonna be like doubting this game. But in reality, I think it's gonna be better. As a guy who never played Star Citizen or this game, I never played Star Citizen to be honest. So I do have no knowledge. But just to buy the looks of it, I mean, it might run like shit, yeah. There's gonna be a lot of issues. I've never played Star Citizen. The only problem is that there's gonna be a lot of bugs and you'll need like a NASA PC to play this game. But from the looks of the gameplays and all the graphics, it looks pretty amazing.
In every one of our games, we always put so much care into all those little details that breathe life into our worlds. But Starfield isn't just a Bethesda Game Studios world, it's a Bethesda Game Studios galaxy. So why go this big with Starfield? Because we want to give you freedom on a galactic level. The freedom to experience both the exciting planets and the quiet ones.
To be honest, I was
Scanning
playing
the planet
Diablo
before you
4.
land is a great way to get a sneak peek at the available resources you can use for crafting, building, and customizing.
I was playing Diablo 4 watching this, and I was like, why the hell am I playing this game? Diablo 4 shit game.
Content itself comes as the player explore.
I mean, I love the gameplay style and everything in Diablo, but
we stitch
Diablo 4 is like a
block of terrain. After that, we have the system that adds
like centuries years old game
for the player to explore,
level.
creatures to encounter. ore and plants to pick up. It allows us to add that touch of environmental storytelling that Bethesda is known for.
Will make the game
Aggressive creatures
NASA
have been disrupting
aesthetic.
our experiments. Their habitat isn't
There's
far from
NASA
here.
performance PC.
If you could take care of them for us, we would be in your debt.
So even if your
NPCs
friends
look great
were
too.
to visit the same planet that you had, you would have a different story to tell.
Let's watch till the end. It's almost done anyways. We'll watch the other games in the other cooldown. Quite interesting. Dude, I've seen a lot of trailers. I didn't play all the games in the world, but I always watch the trailers because I'm interested in it. I think this was one of the best in the history trailer, at least. I watched Cyberpunk trailer, I watched Star Citizen trailer, I watched like almost all the trailers in the game. Even really like indie games and shitty games too.
You want to interact with each planet,
I
whether you want to explore and see what
like
you
a
can
space
find,
version.
harvest resources and be on your way, or simply take in the views. With the help of your scanner, you'll chart the uncharted and discover exotic wildlife.
That.
If you have the skills, you can even
It's like actual
figure out
Star
that
Wars in the
certain
game.
creatures and plants. You can build an outpost and
Not like the
produce
shitty Star
resources
Wars
from those
games.
plants
I
and
mean,
animals.
Star Wars games are
You
not
can
bad, but
get experience and rewards for fully surveying planets and fully surveying a whole system.
When we were concepting these creatures, we really wanted to think of them as natural to the environment. We didn't
the
want
creatures
alien
look cool,
monsters.
too.
We wanted native wildlife. Something you've never seen before.
they actually look like they're like alien species.
When it comes to our exteriors,
It also has
when
like
the
Star
sun
Wars
moves,
vibe too.
All that light is calculated in real time through the atmosphere. Our biggest goal for lighting with Starfield was to make the game feel more filmic, to use lighting and color to really make it feel more cinematic.
Cinematic. Oh, I do understand that, what they mean. It does look a lot more cinematic with the good lightings. I feel like this game got heavy inspiration from Star Citizen and they got... It may be that they'll go, and it's been gazillion years since Star Citizen was out, right? So I think Bethesda poured a lot of time on this, at least like 10 years. Wasn't the latest game for Bethesda was like 8 years ago? Like actual like full release like Fallout. Fallout 4 was out like 8 years ago, wasn't it? 8 years they said in one of the videos. 8 years.
After some exploring, you can find a spot to set up a base camp. Outposts
So guys,
can be built almost
this one looks
anywhere
cool too.
on any planet.
Think about
And the
indie
habitat
company
modules come in all shapes and sizes, filling
Releasing-
all different purposes. You can even live in them. Assign
early
crew
access
and
games
companions to work at your
and
outposts
actual
for
big
added
companies
bonuses, and
spending
set up
8
extractors
years to make a
to harvest
game.
resources
Which one's gonna
while
be
you're
better?
away.
Something cool we have this time is we have a new fly cam where you can toggle between on-foot building, or you can now use a top-down isometric camera, which helps plan out larger parts of the outpost and placing those larger halves.
This one has a
That way you
similar
can
vibe
really
to the
plan your
Subnautica.
structures and what the overall
Subnautica?
feel of your outpost is. And then when you're on your feet, you can really
Where you
decorate
build your house
and
inside
fine-tune
the sea.
things much easier.
But it looks way cooler. For there being 1,000 planets, they must have at least put in like 3 years in this game. Yeah, if they're not empty as fuck like No Man's Sky, but I do think they're not gonna be empty. Like if you think about Skyrim, there were always like bunch of stuffs in each region, and it's much more bigger than that.
Add crafting and research stations in your outpost to utilize any resources you find or already have.
Don't imagine, okay.
Mod your weapons to adapt them to your playstyle. Different weapon sights
The guns
and scopes,
look cool too.
larger
I love the
magazines,
guns.
A selection of grips and barrels. Different ammunition like explosive rounds.
I
All you
mean,
stealth players out there will surely need a suppressor.
oh my god, that looks sexy. The Tarkov players won't maybe like the space
You can
style
also
guns.
choose to go hands-on with melee weapons.
I love it. One of my gripes with No
I
Man's
think
Sky
it's always a
base
delicate
building
balance
is that
between
you
like what's
can
realistic,
have a
what's sim,
top-down-
and what's Hollywood. And I think we
sucks.
sort of err on the side of like what's fun for the player.
With Starfield, we've completely overhauled our combat. It's
It's more dynamic, the animations are more fluid.
Okay, gluten. But they did say
it just feels great.
We probably have more mods and more weapons in this game.
That.
I want to say any other game we've done before.
I remember playing oh, what was that game?
Upgraded gear is just one of the many factors to pay attention to when engaging in combat. You may need to switch things up based on your environment.
Like bunch of space gun
Gravity is
game.
different
I
for
forgot the
each
name of
planet,
it.
and boost packs are excellent for getting around.
Where you collect the guns, like,
and for giving you
different
an edge in combat.
levels. It has a similar vibe
Sometimes
to that too.
you'll even feel like you're flying.
Still is better. Look at that. I wonder if they will do explosions in vacuum correctly.
Zero
I think they
gravity
will do
environments
that.
pose a different challenge. Firing a ballistic weapon in zero G will actually push you backwards.
Yeah, like this. They did
Energy weapons, on the other hand, offer a more stable shooting experience.
care a lot of physics.
We also have
I know
mag
these kind of
weapons.
stuff.
These are high-powered electromagnetic induction ballistic arrays. Each barrel has its own targeting laser and can dish out some serious damage.
I studied on electromagnetics and they know the physics.
Whether you want
Sounds
to get
in
up close
vacuum.
and personal with your own two fists, or you like more compact weapons like pistols and submachine guns, or maybe you prefer something bigger.
Damn. Ooh, minigun.
Starfield's got you covered.
Look at all those guns! I don't know, I might be too hyped. I gotta be careful. Being too hyped in these kind of games is like the worst, but like... I think this is the best trailer I ever seen. At least in my life. Maybe not in like all the other people's life. It looks too good to be true. They showed so many gameplays already, and you still think it's a cherry on the top only? It's just cherry gameplay? At least with this all in the game, I think it's still good enough game to buy. I don't know how much it's gonna be. It might be like $100. I'm a realistic optimist. Looks amazing, me too. Oh yeah, I saw this part too. Uses like force. They don't show you or tell you what it is exactly.
Thanks again for being with us today. We are just so grateful that you've taken the time and spent it here. I know there was probably a lot to take in. There's a lot to the game, even more than we could show here. You know, as we play it, we're always sharing these unique and special moments that only a game like this can bring. When I think about what makes it special, it really is the people here. This game is a reflection of the incredible and passionate team that made it. All of them.
I think it's
putting
somewhat
something special of themselves into it.
Yeah, of course,
so
but
let's hear some of their favorite moments.
But I still think
I love the way that our final combination of all the new tech has come together to create some of the most beautiful sunsets and sunrises we've ever had in any of our games.
I love the creatures, the exploration, every biome is different. The word that comes to mind is vast.
I like to use our photo mode to take rock star photos.
I just love that constant feel of discovery and wow, I can't believe that there's more here.
I'm most excited about our outpost building systems.
My favorite part is every time you step out on a planet, it's a unique experience.
You spend all this time building your ship and you see it on the landing pad. These things are gigantic. It's the kind of thing that you just can't get anywhere else.
There's something about seeing a tower over in the distance and going, I know the gravity's low here. I think I can make that jump.
My favorite part is biomes, spaceships,
audio design,
planets,
the day-night cycle.
Those details matter to me.
Diplomacy, exploration, freedom, the ending.
VeryBadSCAV, obviously.
I love the robot so much.
The incredible amount of worlds we created.
Sniper rifles, come on. Lever action, rocket launcher.
Brain sprout. I love, but some people might find creepy. I don't know. I know it's right, Ben.
The thing that I enjoy most about the game is the freedom to be
it's still
who
cool.
you want to be, do what you want to do. It's what you've come to expect from a Bethesda title, but on a much bigger scale.
Robot friends.
On behalf of all of us, we can't wait for you to play Starfield and make your own special moments.
Main engines go. Good luck, Constellation. You are go for launch.
It's on September 6th, 2023. It's not that far away. If they don't delay it, obviously. Pre-order now. I can pre-order it now on Xbox Series, but I don't have Xbox. I have to buy Xbox. No. Because this game has been announced, I think Xbox is gonna be expensive as hell. Like whenever PS5 or other games, was it Cyberpunk? When Zelda Breath of the Wild dropped, the Nintendo Switch soared up high on its price. It might be happening on Xbox already. Anyways, can you use Xbox app to play on PC? I have no clue, dude. I might have to look it up. So I kind of want to sum up this trailer a bit. First of all, I already said a couple of times in the trailer, but I think this is one of the best ever trailer I've ever seen in my life. I watched almost like every trailer, not all of them, obviously, not 100%, but I watch a lot of trailers because I don't have money to buy all the games. I check it out, especially the up-to-date ones, but I've never seen this like really good and natural and showing too many stuffs in the game. Like they are running out of stuff. They don't run out of stuffs to show. They keep on showing stuff. I think they have a lot more, but they don't have like all day, whole 24/7 to show the thing. So they kind of like compressed it. So I think it's one of the best like trailers I've ever seen. Really well placed video. And secondly, what I worry about is obviously what you guys were talking in the viewer chat. You guys were talking about it's gonna have a bunch of bugs. It's gonna have the heavy computer needed, necessary. I do agree with that. I definitely agree. If they actually do this, all the things that looks like it's too good to be true, you're gonna have a lot of bugs. You're gonna have a lot of issues, and you're gonna need a big PC. But as one of the viewers also said, they did promise 30 FPS for all consoles, but not for the PC, so we're gonna have to look into that. But as Bethesda games always end up with letting you guys to mod out the game anytime you want, like Elder Scrolls or also what was the game, Fallout. They're gonna let us do that anyways, so I think we could just wait for like a month after the game release. We can just apply the mods and everything, and the game will run smoothly. Everything, maybe, we're not sure. But I kind of want to try it on Xbox. Xbox, if you buy it on Xbox, you will not be able to mod it out. So we're gonna have to wait until the PC release. Actually, for the PC players, it's a good news. Xbox players will actually try the game out and then like tell us the results of the game. So yeah, those two things are the main summary of the trailers. What I felt in the trailer. Rather than that, I don't know. I think it's better than Star Citizen or all the other indie companies. As I said earlier again, 8 years of a big-ass company like Bethesda spending all those time to make a game. Or the indie game company. It's a sad truth. I know. Indie game companies need chances. But if you think about it, indie game companies releasing pre-release and like just like Tarkov, just saying like, oh, this is just open access, early access game, and they take like 10 years with the early access game. I think this is gonna be a lot better. Anyways, yep, let's zip up the video.